Hi all, welcome back to More Space Engineers. Hal here, and today we're going to get this thing pretty much done and going. We've been having a pretty consistent Reaver invasion, which you got to see a little bit of prior to this. Figured we'd try something a little different this time. So you see what's been going on in between what we're doing here. Oh, yeah, we need to get this thing up and running. I want to get it. Let's get you back over here for now. Actually, you know what? But yeah, so it's been a bit of an interesting day. So let's get this stuff up and running. I'll do a greebling pass on this later. I'm really more just interested in getting as much of this set up and running as possible. We really just have been having nothing but Reavers. All the crap I was talking about, how the ship can take them, and it can. It's been dishing out a massive beating. And we've just been having so many hostiles spawning. It's actually been funny because of the fact that we were on the way back from fighting one of the Reavers because we got dragged like 20 kilometers out. What they did is they actually came up under the asteroid, and by the time I realized they were here, because I just wasn't paying attention, let me show you. I actually haven't gone out and taken a look, but they ended up coming up this way. Like, they came in at an odd angle because there was a unknown signal out here, so they came in based off of that, I think, attacked it, turned around, and came right for the base. And I'm not seeing... yeah, it does look like they did a little bit of damage here, but they were basically ramming into the base, trying to drop the shields. And it was one of the large grid mini bosses. But yeah, it was not a pleasant experience. We had obviously a lot of stuff hitting. The shields held barely, but we were able to get the hugboat out and draw fire away from the base. So a little bit dicey. So I want to get off of this rock as fast as possible. We are going to leave the hugboat here. And we're going to take this thing down to the planet. But like I said, I do want to get some of the detail work, well, at least some of the basic hull structure figured out. Get this kind of stuff sorted out here. Now, we're just going to kind of throw some stuff on here. I'm not really sure which way we're going to go with it all. So it's very possible the next time you see this boat, it may be completely different. Did we do 5? Which means you are going to go that way. You go there. You go there, and you go there. Okay. Now, we did end up putting a couple of cannons on this thing. Now, I don't have ammo for them, and obviously we don't have them finished because we need to get the metal grids. But I figured we would go ahead and get some of that going. And let's actually get in here. We're just going to have it crank out like 1,000 grids. It's not like I don't have the parts available for it. The question is whether or not Bob will snag these for the weapons that we want. Sounds like it. Alright. I grabbed 5. I think we only need 5 for these. Okay, you're welded up. And you're welded up. Okay. And... I forgot what ammo these guys use. I know it's assault cannon ammo, but... let's see. Over here's probably going to be the easiest way to do this. Go into production really quick, and you Artillery shell, no. Assault cannon shell. Let's go ahead and just make, I don't know, like 200 of those. I might actually have some of these. I don't have artillery. It's okay. How big are these? It's actually not too bad. And I'll drop these off over here because Bob's going to pull those out. And what I'm trying to do is I want to get as much of the ice over here as we can. I want to get these tanks full. Speaking of, I need to see. Let's see here. If we do that, can I get to both? I can. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're going to check here. We're at 34%. We still have some stuff that we need to do. I want to get, what are they called? Parachute blocks. Because I have a feeling we're going to need them. Coming into the atmosphere, because we have the deadly reentry turned on, we actually have to be careful at what speed we come in. And I think we're going to do this. Don't do that. You know what I might do? Let's go all blocks. And I'm not going to put any more of those down. Unknown signal. Yeah, actually I like that better. I think that looks better. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have these guys like so. And yes, I know this is greebling. Alright, so what are you missing? Construction components and interior plates, which I'm fairly certain. Oh, you know why? Because I think the big bobs are set to ignore armor. Because we were having a problem with them stripping armor before they were stripping everything else. Warships. And you guys. Yep, there it is. Enable. And I had done that because what they were doing is they were taking all of the metal grids for the blocks over on the Hugboat that are still missing metal grids. It was actually getting a little annoying because of that. Alright, so for you guys, I think we're going to go... let's grab you. Actually, what are the colors there? 44, 70, 71. So if we do 70, 71, that gets us that, so we can go a little bit, yeah, a little bit more on the saturation, come down into the orange a little bit. That should be, that's 4485. That's pretty close. I don't want it to be exactly that yellow though, so that's why we're going this way. And actually, can I get away with, I don't think, yeah, didn't think so. Oh well, it's fine. And I'll probably end up painting some of the block, like we'll say that block. Ah, crap. All right. We'll do the same on this side. And yes, like I said, I know I've got better things to do than to be greebling. Alright, and you, we're gonna go here, grab that. No skin. There. So we got a little bit of color in there, right? Alright, so I'm gonna go solar. Let's grab these. How far back can I get that? I was actually pretty close. Alright, so if we do one there, 2, 3, we can actually do that. Let's see, I had originally thought about doing more on here, but we really just need them for emergency power. Basically, if we get down to the planet and something goes wrong, I want to have a fallback measure that keeps us alive. And if we do redo the parachute hatch. Sure. Do one of those on either side. We're going to sneak one in on here on either side. That should be enough, I hope, to at least slow us down. In the absolute worst case, to keep it from being completely catastrophic, but we'll see how that actually works. Oxygen tank is full, hydrogen tanks are not. So what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna go ahead and run that other connection that we were talking about. So we'll run it up this way so we can get tied into the system. Which is why we do have all of these here. Alright. And I think for you, let's go ahead and take this out. There you go. And so then that just has to come forward a bit. And I want you to grab our conveyors. We're going to have you come forward just a wee bit. Let's go. Yeah, why not? There. It's 2, 3, 4. That should be far enough forward. And so we're gonna do T-bar there, and that's gonna be probably that far over. And then swing up on either side, because this does not have to be airtight. Get rid of that. And we grab one of those. Okay. And you're actually going to come up one more. Sure, we'll do that. And that'll come through the block there, which puts us connector there and connector there. Now, this thing isn't going to actually connect to both of these. I'm just trying to get them set up so that we actually have something to connect to. All right, and I'm gonna check these guys, make sure we've got them set properly. You are the shuttle port connector. Make sure strength is disabled. We'll do the same on this one. No. And drop this down.
Your battery level will be low on the next view.
Alright, so we've got all those. Now, I did do a little bit of greebling, obviously, as you can see here. I don't know if I like the way that turned out. I like the way it turned out down here. And I'm thinking I'm going to give that a safety coat. So that we would be something like this. We do that on the other side as well. And maybe, I don't know, do we want to do these two? Because they're kind of the, you need to be careful of them. Not necessarily that they're, well, I mean, I guess it does work for highlights too. Parallax encounter, not worried about you right now. We have bigger fish to fry. Alright. And so what I'm thinking is we'll maybe leave that one white, just so that it's a little bit more subdued. Ah, crap. It's okay. We can fix it. It's not like it was a huge thing. Right. Of course, figuring out what color that is now is... Did I do that the dirty white before then? No. Alright. There we go. That's easy enough. Okay. So that gets us a little bit of greebling, right? I'll probably come back and do some other things eventually. Now, I am probably at some point actually going to make these real hinges on here, just because I've always liked the idea of having...
So, your energy is critical.
Yeah.
I'll come back when it's a disaster.
Thank you. I am thinking about making these actual hinges so that it pops open and then have these tied into the grid on a connector. I don't know if I'll do it with this ship, but it is something that I've been thinking about for a while now. I'm thinking basically have the cargo connectors here with these being hinged on both the top and bottom. And then basically you have a connector forward and aft, or just forward and aft, or just forward or just aft. Excuse me, to tie it into the system. So you pick it up, close it, and move on. Oh, okay, so we've got weapons, we've got the potential for parachutes. What are you missing? You are missing solar cells. Okay, so we're going to tell the network, start producing some solar cells. We're going to hop in. I mean, I could do this inside. It's not a huge thing. Just go ahead and make like 100 solar cells. Let's get in. Put that away. And no, I have not put the small gravity generator mod in yet. Oh, I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll get thrusters turned on. We're going to switch these over to auto. And we're going to do that. Alright. And let's see if we can... Alright, so you guys are going to be port connector. So we'll do you there, and you're going to be switch lock. You should be starboard connector. Put you there, and you are also going to be switch lock. And this should be our starboard. course, I probably should have made sure that these guys... There we go. So we can do that. Turn that to charge, turn those off. And we should be seeing our hydrogen tanks filling up. Awesome. All right, so the idea is then that once we get our hydrogen tanks charged, we'll transfer, actually, we're here. I don't even have to get out the ship now. Look at that. All right, so let's go cargo, and we're going to limit ourselves to just this ship. Awesome. We're going to say ice, and I'm actually going to end up splitting a stack of ice in here, but I'm going to do 200. Oh, hello. Cancel. Thank you. All right, let's see if we can get 200K in here. We can. Okay. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's get out the seat here for a second. And I want, okay, so that's the one that's there. Which cargo block are you? You are 13. So we can do this. And we can do that. Find, actually, let's do it this way. And then that way we can split. We can split the mass between the two. All right. And then we want cannon. I actually want this for the whole thing. And we're also going to split you guys. I think you're 99. 6. 1. There we go. Alright, and I want the other one with, there it is, 94 in it as well. That way we have ammo on either side. So in the absolute worst case, and we do actually lose one of these explosively, no. Honestly, realistically, this close together, if that one detonates, we're probably going to lose both of them anyway. Reclamation rig, huh? Alright, so the only other thing I need to do then, so while we're here, let's go ahead and pop that. Okay. And we're going to want a couple of turrets. I'll go ahead and drop that for now. Just making sure my helmet's closed. Oh, because it would not be the first time that I have done that. All right. So we do one there. One there. And technically we could put one back here. Kind of liking this idea. And those should... Alright, you're probably missing grids, I'm assuming? Yeah. Let's go into production. Assembler. Crank me on another 1,000 grids, because you can. You guys are actually pulling a charge, which is... Oh, I guess so. I'm sitting here like, why are you pulling a charge? Alright, I guess that would be a reason. I'd love to be able to access these without having to go through the grids, but... Alright. Alright, and you are canvas, so let's check. Okay, so you're going to be there. We're going to go ice. And I'm going to drop 20 canvas in each of these. Because we can. Everything is full up. Alright. We've got emergency rations where we can produce food and water, so we're good there. Okay, I think... Wow, you got really close. And then the only other thing is to make sure you guys pulled ammo. You did not pull ammo. Okay. If I move ammo, because it's on a different grid. Let's see. Alright, so I need you. Okay, so I think they will use these. Yep. Okay, perfect. So the ship has shields. It has turret defenses. It has cannons that we can fire. It's got landing gear, which we actually do have some back here, which is good. The only thing I don't have is effective missile defense. I think we're gonna... Let's go ahead and drop those out. And you do have a small grid equivalent. So I think we're gonna put a couple of these on. Like I said, I'm not trying to make this thing a fortress. We're just trying to keep ourselves somewhat alive. Basically, give ourselves a fighting chance. And I put that in line with this one. Okay. And since we're going to be mostly running away, hey, I'm not too proud to say it. Do a couple on the back here. And we'll rotate those. And there. And that way that basically gives us a little bit of cover. So we have a bunch of turrets. I'm actually going to tell these guys. Since we have 4 Gatling turrets, you're going to be the shuttle turrets. And then I want as many of these as I can get. You're going to be point defense. Alright, so I want you targeting neutrals. No, I do want you reporting targets. Projectiles, meteors. Yes. Okay, so if we have that, and then you guys will not target projectiles or meteors. Subsystems, that's fine. Biologicals, yes. Projectiles, no. No meteors. I may switch you over, but that's why we're setting these up. Alright. Okay. And then that allows us to be able to quickly turn defenses on and off. That way we can turn the turrets off and still have point defenses turned on. Because the point defenses are probably what's going to save our butts most of the time. I am really tempted to put another turret right there. And I might do it. Let's take a look really quick. What do we got that I can mount on there? I mean, I could put launcher in. I could put a Gatling gun in too. Did we ever figure out where we're piping that in through? I don't know that I have that piped in, honestly. And yeah, I'm not happy with that big flat space there, but it is what it is, and we've got places to go, so. Okay, I think that is going to do it for us today. What I'm going to do is, actually, you know what? Yeah, we're just waiting for the tanks to fill. And as soon as these are done, we'll be able to head out. So we're at 55, roughly 55%. It'll be filled in about a half hour. So what we'll do is I'll go ahead and call this one here while we're waiting for all of these to fill up. I'll get a little bit more greebling done. I haven't decided yet if we're going to do, because I might do another set of turrets on here or something. I don't think so. I think we're done with the weapons. I think the rest of it's just going to be putting like armor and stuff on it. So anyway, I am going to get out of here. I want to thank y'all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you know the routine. And we're going to get out of here, and hopefully you all have a fantastic weekend. Or a fantastic week, rather. Been a long day. Anyway, I'm going to take off. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. I am kind of tempted to take the second one out and rotate these guys. And then that way we'll have two cannons pointed forward. That might be a thing.